I made the news in Australia, which was an interesting twist to wake up to this morning. And basically, my video was included in a package about the Halo Sky Sports debacle. And if you're not caught up on that, essentially Sky Sports, which is a major broadcaster, created a secondary account branded Sky Sports Halo, where they stated it was a space just for female fans, and then posted a lot of content that featured pink text, hearts, matcha jokes, and hot girl walk content, as well as the ship name for Carlos Alcaraz and Yannick Sinner. And after the backlash that I think was pretty rightfully extreme, Sky Sports has decided to abandon this endeavor and has deleted all of the posts and left just this simple statement on the page. But the thing I do want to say is that while I do think that this was a bad idea, the problem that Sky Sports did identify was a real problem. Women are year over year a growing portion of the audience for sports as a whole. Women make up over 40% of the audience of Formula One globally. And so obviously, along with the trends that are growing outside of Formula One, including women's sports as a whole, everyone is trying to figure out how to capitalize on the female audience when it comes to sports. And what Sky Sports did identify is a real problem. Currently, women are not served by the content and the community that they are creating online. But I think what's unfortunate is they came to this really big conclusion, and then instead of trying to figure out what about their online presence is creating a community that women don't feel welcome in, they separated it out and created a new account that was incredibly patronizing. And as a woman who does make sports content that is primarily consumed by women, what I've found is that what women want is to just be treated with respect. Every piece of content that I make is just simply trying to explain or commentate on sports in a way that if you don't understand something, you don't feel stupid at the end of the video. Instead of trying to find a way to manage a community that is actively hostile towards women, they decided to not fix the culture problem that they had identified and determine that the reason that women are not the audience of their current page is that they don't like sports the right way. And that's just simply not the answer. The answer is, unfortunately, that as sports fandom spaces become more and more diverse, a portion of the current audience are not comfortable with that and lash out. Every single day, I put out a video about sports, and almost every single day, I receive some sort of hateful comment from a man. But what I personally try to do is take up space and make more space for other women who maybe don't want to be on camera, and to try to change the face of what a sports commentator looks like so that other people understand that they can also be included. And I actually think what's important to understand is that it's not just women that don't feel served by this current legacy space when it comes to sports. There are plenty of men who also don't feel comfortable becoming new fans of sports because of how intense and toxic some of these spaces can be. And hopefully what Sky Sports and other broadcasters learn from this is that your response to a non-inclusive culture should not be to separate out the new people that you would also like to get money from. It should be that if you identify that people do not feel welcome in your current space, figuring out what you are doing to create a culture that makes it okay for other people to alienate new fans. Now that Sky Sports Halo has been closed, I am curious how you guys feel about the response and if you think they should have kind of revamped the account, or if shutting it down and pretending it never happened was the right solution.